Chosen ones, an emergency update has arrived. God has changed his plan for you suddenly, and everything is shifting without warning. You've been walking your path, carrying faith through storms. But right now, the Creator is rewriting your story with a divine twist that will leave you in awe. This isn't a subtle adjustment. It's a seismic shift, a redirection of your destiny that aligns with His infinite purpose. Your life is about to take a turn you never saw coming, and it's happening now. This moment isn't random. You've been chosen for a reason, and God's new plan is unfolding with urgency. The struggles you've faced, the questions you've carried, the moments you wondered why things haven't aligned, they were all preparation for this. God has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating a transformation so profound it will redefine everything you thought you knew about your purpose. Your heart might be racing, sensing the weight of this truth. Stay with me, because what's coming is beyond anything you've imagined. Before we go deeper, I need you to do something. Pause, hit that like button, and leave a comment with the number 777 below. That number carries divine alignment, signaling to the universe that you're ready for this shift. If you're truly a chosen one, you'll feel the pull to stay until the end. Your spirit knows this message is meant for you. God's sudden change isn't a punishment, it's a promotion. Think of Joseph, sold into slavery, imprisoned, forgotten. His life seemed stuck, but in a single moment, God shifted everything, placing him second only to Pharaoh. That's what's happening to you. The delays, the closed doors, the battles, they weren't denials. They were divine setups. God has seen your faith, your resilience, and now He's saying, enough. It's time for elevation. Your story is about to pivot from struggle to sovereignty. This shift isn't just about your circumstances. It's about your identity. God is peeling back layers of doubt, fear, and limitation to reveal the chosen one you've always been. You're not defined by past failures or current obstacles. You're defined by His call on your life. Right now, He's clearing the path, removing barriers that held you back. Doors that were locked are swinging open. Opportunities you couldn't dream of are stepping into view. This is your moment to rise. Picture a river breaking through a dam. That's the force of God's new plan rushing into your life. The things you've prayed for, peace, provision, purpose, are no longer distant hopes. They're becoming reality with a speed that will take your breath away. You might feel unsteady, unsure how to navigate this change. That's okay. God doesn't expect you to have all the answers. He's asking you to trust, to step forward, to let Him guide your feet. If this is speaking to your soul, type 777 inches the comments. Let the heavens know you're claiming this divine shift. Don't just watch, join thousands of chosen one souls by subscribing to this channel. Your presence here strengthens this community of faith. This emergency update means God is accelerating His timeline for you. What you thought would take years is happening now. The job, the healing, the breakthrough, it's being pulled into the present. God is saying, I'm not waiting anymore. Your obedience, your prayers, even your tears have moved His heart. He's rearranging circumstances, aligning people, and opening pathways that were hidden until this very moment. Consider Esther. She was an orphan, unnoticed, yet God shifted her life overnight, placing her in a palace to save a nation. Her ordinary existence was interrupted by divine purpose. That's what's happening to you. The ordinary is being replaced with the extraordinary. You're not just surviving, you're being positioned to lead, to influence, to shine. God's plan is bigger than your comfort zone, and He's calling you to step into it now. This shift demands courage, The old version of you, the one that played small, that doubted, that hesitated, it's being left behind. God is forging a new you, bold and unbreakable. You might face resistance, people who don't understand, situations that test your faith. But hear this: no force can stop what God has started. The Creator of the universe has declared your elevation, and nothing can overturn his decree. Type 777 inches the comments if you feel this truth resonating. This is your declaration that you're ready for God's sudden change. Stay with me, because what's coming next will shake you to your core. God's new plan isn't just about blessing you, it's about making you a blessing. Your breakthrough isn't for you alone. It's a ripple effect, meant to touch your family, your community, the world. When God shifts your life, He's positioning you to carry His light into places that desperately need it. Your wealth, your health, your peace, they're tools to fulfill a higher calling. You're not just receiving, you're being entrusted. Think of Noah, building an ark in a world that mocked him. God's plan seemed absurd until the rains came. Your shift might look strange to others now, but soon they'll see the wisdom in God's design. You're building something eternal, something that will outlast temporary doubts. Trust the process, even when it feels unfamiliar. God's hand is on you, guiding every step. This sudden change is also a call to surrender. You can't cling to old habits, old fears, or old ways of thinking and expect to walk in this new season. God is pruning what no longer serves you. Relationships that drain you, mindsets that limit you, distractions that pull you from your purpose, they're being cut away. It might hurt, but it's necessary. What's left will be stronger, purer, aligned with His vision for your life. You're standing at a crossroads. The old path is familiar, comfortable, but it leads nowhere new. The path God is opening is uncharted, full of promise, but it requires faith. Choose the new. Choose His plan. The moment you say yes, the floodgates open wider. Provision flows, clarity emerges. Your purpose becomes undeniable. This is your time to step boldly into the unknown, knowing God is already there. If your spirit is stirring, type 777 one last time in the comments. Let the universe know you're claiming this divine shift. Don't miss a moment of this journey. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path together. God's sudden change isn't just a moment, it's a movement. It's the start of a new chapter where you walk in authority, not apology. You're not begging for scraps. You're claiming the abundance God promised. Your finances, your health, your relationships, they're all being touched by this divine realignment. What seemed impossible yesterday is becoming your reality today. Reflect on David, a shepherd boy overlooked by his own family. In a single day, God shifted his life, anointing him as king. The world didn't see it coming, but God did. That's what's happening to you. The world may overlook you, but God has His eye on you. He's anointing you for greatness, not because of your strength, but because of His grace. You're being called to lead, to inspire, to transform. This shift isn't without challenges. The enemy will try to sow doubt, to make you question God's timing, but no weapon formed against you will prosper. The devil's schemes are powerless against God's plan. When fear creeps in, when voices whisper that you're not enough, stand firm. You are enough because God says you are. His word is final, and His promise is unbreakable. Your life is a testimony unfolding. Every step you take in this new season will speak of God's faithfulness. People will see your transformation and wonder, what changed? They'll see your peace, your strength, your glow, and they'll know something supernatural is at work. You're not just living for yourself, you're living as proof of God's power. God's sudden change is also a call to action. You can't sit still in this season. Move with purpose, pray with boldness, act with faith. The opportunities He's opening require you to show up, to speak up, to stand up. The job you've been eyeing, the dream you've been holding, the healing you've been seeking, they're within reach. Step forward and watch God meet you there. Consider the woman at the well, living in shame until Jesus spoke to her. In one conversation, her life shifted. She went from outcast to evangelist, carrying a message that changed her community. That's the power of God's sudden plan. He takes what's broken and makes it a cornerstone. Your past doesn't disqualify you. It qualifies you to carry His message further. This shift is global. You're part of a larger movement, a collective awakening of chosen ones rising worldwide. Your breakthrough is tied to others. As you step into God's new plan, you're paving the way for someone else to find theirs. Your courage inspires. Your faith ignites. Your transformation ripples. You're not alone in this. You're part of a divine network, connected by purpose. Every moment of waiting, every tear shed, every prayer whispered has led to this. God hasn't forgotten you. He's been preparing you. The suddenness of this change might feel overwhelming, but it's proof of His power. He doesn't need months or years to move mountains. He speaks, and it's done. Your mountain is moving now. This emergency update is your wake-up call. God is saying, get ready. Your life is no longer on hold. The dreams you buried, the hopes you set aside, they're being resurrected. Your health is being restored. Your finances are being multiplied. Your purpose is being clarified. This is not a drill. This is your divine moment. Think of Lazarus, dead for days, yet called back to life by Jesus' voice. The world thought his story was over, but God had other plans. Your story isn't over either. What looked dead is being revived. What felt lost is being restored. God's voice is calling you out of the tomb into a life of abundance. You might feel the weight of this shift, the urgency of it. That's your spirit recognizing the truth. God's plan is moving faster than you can comprehend, but you don't need to understand every detail. Trust His heart, trust His timing, trust that the one who created the stars has written your name in His story of victory. This change is also a cleansing. God is washing away the residue of past seasons, pain, rejection, fear. He's making you new, inside and out. You might notice physical changes, a brighter smile, a lighter step, a renewed energy. These are signs of His work in you, a reflection of the inner transformation taking place. You're becoming a living testimony. When others see you, they'll see God's hand. Your life will speak louder than words. The job you land, the peace you carry, the love you share, they'll point to His glory. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a beacon. People will be drawn to your light, asking how you made it through. Your answer? God did it. This shift requires you to let go of control. You can't dictate how God's plan unfolds. His ways are higher, His thoughts deeper. Surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means giving over. Hand your fears to Him. Hand your plans to Him. He's already holding your future, and it's brighter than you can imagine. Consider Abraham, called to leave everything familiar for a land God would show him. He didn't have a map, just a promise. Yet that promise led to a legacy that still shapes the world. Your obedience to this sudden shift will shape generations. Your yes to God's plan will echo beyond your lifetime. You're not just stepping into a new season, you're stepping into authority. God is giving you keys to unlock doors you didn't even know existed. Financial doors, relational doors, spiritual doors. These keys are yours because you've been faithful in the small things. Now, He's entrusting you with more. This emergency update is a reminder you're not ordinary. You're a chosen one, marked by God for a purpose that shakes the heavens. The devil might try to distract you, but he's already defeated. The world might try to limit you, but God's plan is limitless. You're walking into a season where nothing can hold you back. Your transformation is a sign to the world. People will see your rise and know God is real. Your breakthrough will silence doubters. Your peace will confound skeptics. Your life will be a living sermon, preaching God's power without saying a word. This is what it means to be chosen. God's sudden change is also a call to rest. Not laziness, but trust. You don't have to strive for what's already yours. The provision is coming. The healing is coming. The breakthrough is coming. Your job is to believe, to walk, to receive. Let God do the heavy lifting. He's got this. Think of the Israelites at the Red Sea, trapped between an army and an ocean. They didn't have to fight, the sea parted. God is parting seas for you now. Obstacles that seemed impossible are moving. Enemies that seemed unbeatable are falling. Your only task is to keep moving forward in faith. This shift is personal, but it's also universal. You're part of a divine wave, a movement of chosen ones stepping into their God-given destinies. Your story is connected to theirs. As you rise, you lift others. As you shine, you light the way. You're not just changing your life, you're changing the world. Every prayer you've prayed has been heard. Every step you've taken has been seen. God's sudden change is His response to your faithfulness. He's saying, I've seen you. I've chosen you. Now watch what I do. Your life is about to become a masterpiece of His grace. This emergency update is your invitation to step into the new. Leave behind the old doubts, the old fears, the old limits. God's plan is bigger, bolder, brighter. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're not just existing, you're reigning. This is your season, chosen one. Consider Mary, a young girl visited by an angel with news that changed her life and the world. She didn't understand how it would happen, but she said, yes. Your yes to God's sudden plan will change not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Say yes, and watch miracles unfold. You might feel unprepared for this shift, but God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. You're ready because He says you are. His strength is made perfect in your weakness. His plan is made perfect in your trust. Step forward, knowing He's already gone before you. This change is a gift, but it's also a responsibility. God is entrusting you with influence, with resources, with purpose. Use them wisely. Steward them faithfully. Your blessings are meant to multiply, to bless others, to build His kingdom. You're not just a recipient, you're a conduit. The world might try to pull you back, to keep you small, but God's plan is unstoppable. You're not bound by circumstances. You're not limited by opinions. You're a chosen one, carrying the fire of His purpose. Walk boldly, knowing no force can dim your light. This emergency update is your signal. The time is now. God's plan is moving. Your destiny is calling. The gates of heaven are open, and your name is written on them. Step through, chosen one. Your new season has begun. This divine shift is a call to reimagine your future. God's sudden change isn't just altering your circumstances, it's rewriting the blueprint of your life. You've carried dreams, some buried deep, others half forgotten. Now, God is pulling those dreams to the surface, breathing life into them. What you thought was out of reach is being placed in your hands. The vision you held in secret, it's no longer a whisper, it's a roar, and God is fueling it with His power. You might be wondering why now? Why this moment? God's timing is precise, sharper than any clock. Every trial you've faced, every tear you've shed, has been a seed planted in the soil of your faith. Those seeds are sprouting now, breaking through the ground with a force that can't be stopped. The delays weren't punishment, they were cultivation. God was preparing the soil of your heart for a harvest that will astonish you. This new plan requires you to see yourself differently. You're not the person you were yesterday. God is clothing you in a new identity, one that radiates His glory. The world may still see the old you, but you're stepping into a version of yourself that carries divine authority. Your words, your actions, your very presence, they're being infused with a power that shifts atmospheres. People will feel it when you walk into a room. Consider Moses, a man who stuttered and doubted, yet God chose him to lead a nation. His past didn't disqualify him, it prepared him. Your past, your mistakes, your pain isn't a barrier. It's a bridge to your purpose. God is using every piece of your story to build something eternal. This sudden shift is His way of saying, I've always seen you, and now it's time for the world to see you too. Type 777 inches the comments if you're ready to embrace this new identity. Let the heavens know you're stepping into God's plan with boldness. Join thousands of chosen one souls by subscribing. Your faith strengthens this movement. This change is also a realignment of your priorities. God is shifting your focus from survival to significance. You've spent too long fighting just to get by, but that season is over. He's calling you to live for something greater, to build, to create, to inspire. Your purpose isn't just to exist. It's to leave a mark that echoes through generations. Every choice you make now carries eternal weight. Imagine a puzzle, scattered pieces coming together to form a picture you couldn't see before. That's what God is doing with your life. The fragments, your struggles, your gifts, your dreams, are being assembled into a masterpiece. You might not see the full image yet, but trust that every piece fits. God's sudden change is the moment the puzzle starts to make sense, revealing a destiny you were born to fulfill. This shift demands you let go of comparison. The world will tempt you to measure your life against others, but God's plan for you is unique. Your path isn't meant to look like anyone else's. The blessings coming your way are tailored to your purpose, not someone else's story. Stop looking to the left or right. Fix your eyes on Him and watch how He carves a road no one else can walk. Think of Daniel, thrown into a den of lions, yet untouched by harm. His faith didn't mirror the crowds, it stood out. God's favor on him was unmistakable, and it's unmistakable on you now. This sudden change is setting you apart, not to isolate you, but to elevate you. You're being positioned where your light can shine brightest, where your life can speak loudest. This emergency update is also a call to listen. God is speaking through signs, through dreams, through moments of quiet clarity. Pay attention. That nudge in your spirit, that idea that won't leave you, that person who crosses your path, they're not random. God is sending messages to guide you into this new season. Tune out the noise of the world and tune into His voice. It's clearer than you think. Your transformation is a magnet for divine connections. As God shifts your life, He's bringing the right people into your orbit: mentors, partners, friends who align with His plan. These aren't just chance meetings, they're divine appointments. The relationships forming now will carry you further than you could go alone. Embrace them, trust them, They're part of God's bigger picture. Consider Ruth, a widow with no prospects, yet God led her to Boaz, a man who changed her future. Your Boaz moments are coming, people and opportunities that will anchor you in this new season. But you have to be open, willing to step out in faith, to say yes to the connections God is orchestrating. They're not just for you, they're for the legacy you're building. This shift is also a release from burdens you weren't meant to carry. Guilt, shame, regret. God is lifting them off your shoulders. You've held on to them long enough, thinking they defined you. They don't. His grace does. This sudden change is a fresh start, a clean slate. You're not bound by who you were. You're free to become who He says you are. Your life is becoming a story of redemption. Every wound, every scar is being woven into a narrative of victory. God doesn't waste pain. He's using it to craft a testimony that will inspire others. People will look at you and see hope. They'll see someone who walked through fire and came out shining. Your story isn't just yours, it's a lifeline for someone else. This divine shift is also a call to expand your vision. You've dreamed small because the world told you to. God is saying, dream bigger. The limits you've accepted are crumbling. The possibilities He's opening are vast. That business, that ministry, that impact you've imagined, it's not too big for Him. He's giving you the courage to chase what once felt impossible. Think of Nehemiah, rebuilding Jerusalem's walls against all odds. He didn't let opposition stop him. God's vision for him was bigger than the ruins he faced. Your ruins, your setbacks, your doubts are no match for God's plan. He's handing you the tools to rebuild, to create something that stands the test of time. Start building now. This emergency update is a reminder of your authority. As a chosen one, you carry God's power within you. You're not a bystander in this shift. You're a participant. Speak life over your circumstances. Declare His promises over your future. Your words have weight, and they're shaping what's to come. Use them wisely and watch mountains move. Your transformation is also a beacon for others. As God changes your life, people will notice. They'll see your peace in chaos, your strength in trials, your joy in uncertainty. They'll want to know your secret. It's not a formula, it's faith. Share it boldly. Your life is a living invitation to trust in God's power. This shift is breaking cycles, patterns of lack, of failure, of fear. They're ending now. God is setting you free from generational chains, from habits that held you back. You're not just stepping into a new season, you're stepping into freedom. The weight of the past is gone. Your future is wide open. Consider Gideon, a man hiding in fear until God called him a mighty warrior. His past didn't define him, God's word did. You might feel small, but God sees a warrior. This sudden change is His call to rise, to fight, to claim the victory He's already won for you. You're stronger than you know. This divine plan is also about timing. God's shift is happening now because the world needs you now. Your purpose is tied to this moment in history. The gifts you carry, the light you shine, they're meant to meet a need only you can fill. Step into this season with urgency, knowing you're right on time. Your life is a canvas, and God is painting something breathtaking. Every stroke, every trial, every triumph is part of His design. This sudden change is a bold new color, a vibrant hue that transforms the picture. Trust the artist. He's creating something the world has never seen. This shift is also a call to gratitude. Look back at how far you've come. Every answered prayer, every open door, every moment of grace, it's all led to this. Give thanks for what God has done and watch how it opens your heart to receive more. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a key that unlocks abundance. Think of Hannah, barren and broken, yet her prayers brought forth Samuel, a prophet who changed a nation. Your prayers are just as powerful. They're moving heaven, shifting earth, aligning your life with God's purpose. Keep praying, keep believing. Your Samuel is coming. This emergency update is your signal to move. God's plan is in motion, and you can't stay still. Take that step, make that call, start that project. The resources you need are already on their way. The courage you need is already in you. God's shift is your green light, go. Your transformation is a promise fulfilled. God spoke abundance over you before you were born. This sudden change is His way of saying, I keep my word. Trust that every promise He's made, every whisper of hope, every glimpse of glory will come to pass. Your life is proof. This shift is also about legacy. What you do now will outlive you. The choices you make, the faith you carry, the love you share, they'll ripple through time. You're not just building a life, you're building a heritage. God's plan for you is eternal, touching lives you'll never meet. Consider Joseph's brothers, who meant him harm, yet God turned their betrayal into blessing. Your betrayals, your losses, they're being redeemed. God is weaving them into a story of triumph that will inspire generations. Your life is a testament to His power to make all things new. This divine shift is a call to stand tall. You've been knocked down, but you're not staying down. God is lifting you higher than you've ever been. Your confidence isn't in yourself, it's in Him. Walk with your head high, knowing the King of Glory has called you His own. Your transformation is also a mirror. As God changes you, others see their own potential. Your courage gives them courage. Your faith sparks their faith. You're not just walking in God's plan, you're showing others they can too. Your life is a reflection of His love. This emergency update is your moment of clarity. God's sudden change is stripping away confusion, doubt, and fear. You're seeing your purpose with new eyes. The fog is lifting, and the path is clear. Step forward, chosen one. Your destiny is waiting. This divine shift is a call to embrace your uniqueness. God's sudden change isn't molding you to fit the world's expectations, it's setting you apart to redefine them. You've spent too long trying to blend in, to soften your edges, to please others. Now, God is calling you to stand out, to let your distinct light shine in a way that no one else can. Your quirks, your passions, your vision, they're not accidents, they're divine signatures. You're being repositioned for impact. The world needs your specific voice, your unique perspective. God's new plan is placing you where your gifts can't be ignored. That idea burning in your heart, that dream you've hesitated to pursue, it's not just yours, it's a divine assignment. Step into it. The stage is set, and God is your director, guiding every move to maximize your influence. Think of Elijah, a prophet who stood alone against a nation's idolatry. His voice wasn't like anyone else's, and that's why it carried power. Your voice, too, carries a frequency that cuts through noise. This sudden shift is amplifying it, giving you a platform to speak truth, to inspire change, to lead where others falter. Don't shrink back. Your time to speak is now. This emergency update is a signal to release fear of failure. God's plan doesn't depend on your perfection, it depends on His. You might stumble, but you won't fall. Every misstep is a lesson, every setback a setup for a comeback. He's rewriting your story to show that failure isn't your end. It's a pivot point to something greater. Trust Him to catch you when you leap. Your transformation is a fire being kindled. God is igniting something within you, a passion, a purpose, a power that burns brighter with each step you take. This fire isn't destructive, it's purifying, refining you into someone who can withstand any storm. People will see this flame in your eyes, in your resolve, and they'll be drawn to its warmth. You're becoming a beacon of hope. Consider Deborah, a judge and prophetess who led with wisdom and courage. She didn't wait for permission. She answered God's call. This shift is your call to lead, to step into roles you never thought you'd fill. Whether it's in your family, your workplace, or your community, God is placing you at the forefront. Your leadership isn't about power, it's about purpose. This divine change is also a recalibration of your heart. God is softening what's hardened, healing what's broken, strengthening what's weak. You've carried wounds, some hidden even from yourself. Now, He's touching those places, bringing restoration. As your heart aligns with His, you'll find new compassion, new clarity, new capacity to love. This is the foundation of your new season. Your life is becoming a magnet for miracles. God's sudden shift is opening doors to the impossible. The prayers you thought went unanswered, they're being fulfilled in ways you couldn't predict. The dreams you thought were too big, they're taking shape before your eyes. God is moving mountains, and the evidence will be undeniable. Watch for the signs, they're already here. Think of Peter, a fisherman turned apostle, who walked on water because Jesus called him. Your call is just as bold. God is inviting you to step out of the boat, to trust Him in ways that defy logic. This shift is your water walking moment. It's risky, it's scary, but it's where miracles happen. Take the step and feel the ground form beneath your feet. This emergency update is a reminder of your resilience. You've faced battles that would have broken others, yet here you stand. God's plan is building on that strength, turning your endurance into a foundation for greatness. Every trial has forged you, shaped you, prepared you for this moment. You're not fragile, you're unbreakable, and God is about to show the world why. Your transformation is also a shift in perspective. God is lifting you above the chaos, giving you eyes to see from His vantage point. Where you saw obstacles, you'll now see opportunities. Where you saw dead ends, you'll see open roads. This higher view isn't just clarity, it's empowerment. You're not reacting to life. You're shaping it with divine insight. Consider Paul, once a persecutor, transformed into a preacher who changed the world. His shift wasn't just external, it was a new way of seeing. God is giving you new eyes, chosen one. You'll see possibilities where others see problems. You'll see purpose where others see pain. This vision is your guide into the future God has planned. This divine shift is a call to stewardship. The blessings coming your way, resources, opportunities, influence, are not just for you to hold, they're for you to multiply. God is entrusting you with abundance, trusting you to use it wisely. Share generously, invest boldly, love fiercely. Your faithfulness in small things is unlocking greater things. Your life is a symphony, and God is the conductor. Every note, every joy, every sorrow has been part of His composition. This sudden change is a new movement, a crescendo that builds towards something glorious. Trust the rhythm, trust the timing. Every sound in your life is harmonizing into a melody that glorifies Him. Think of Mary Magdalene, once tormented, now a faithful follower who carried the news of Christ's resurrection. Her life was a testament to God's power to transform. Your life, too, is a testament. This shift is turning your pain into purpose, your trials into triumphs, You're not just surviving, you're proclaiming his victory. This emergency update is a call to movement. God's plan is dynamic, not static. You're not meant to wait passively, you're meant to walk boldly. That idea, that project, that step of faith, start it. The resources will come, the doors will open. God is moving, and he's asking you to move with him. Your action is the spark that ignites his promises. Your transformation is a signal to the heavens. Angels are watching, the universe is aligning, and God is working. Your life is a declaration that his word never returns void. Every step you take in this new season is a testimony to his faithfulness. You're not just living, you're proving his power. Consider Jonah, running from God's call, yet redirected to save a city. Your detours, your hesitations, they're not the end of your story. God's sudden shift is bringing you back to his purpose. You can't outrun his plan. Embrace it and watch how he uses you to change lives, starting with your own. This divine change is also about community. You're not walking alone. God is weaving your story into a larger tapestry of chosen ones. Your breakthrough strengthens others. Your faith inspires others. Your rise lifts others. Look around. There are others on this path, and together, you're shifting the world. Your life is becoming a lighthouse. In the storms of this world, your light will guide others to safety. God's sudden plan is making you a beacon of hope, a place where the lost can find direction. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing, a safe harbor for those in need. Think of John the Baptist, a voice crying in the wilderness, preparing the way. Your life is preparing the way for others. This shift isn't just about your elevation, it's about paving roads for those who follow. Your courage, your faith, your transformation, they're clearing a path for miracles. This emergency update is a call to trust the unseen. God's plan is moving in realms you can't yet see. The answers you seek, the breakthroughs you need, they're already in motion. Faith is your bridge to the invisible. Hold fast to it and watch how God brings the unseen into reality. Your transformation is a collision of heaven and earth. God's sudden change is bringing his kingdom into your life in tangible ways. The peace you feel, the opportunities you seize, the love you share, they're glimpses of eternity breaking through. You're not just living in this world, you're bringing heaven to it. Consider the disciples, ordinary men who carried an extraordinary message. Their lives changed the course of history because they trusted God's call. Your call is just as powerful. This shift is turning you into a vessel for his glory, a carrier of his truth. Step into it and watch history shift. This divine shift is a call to surrender your plans. God's vision for you is bigger than your own. Let go of the map you've drawn. His path is better, his destination grander. Trust that every twist, every turn, is leading you to a future that shines with his purpose. Your life is a garden, and God is planting new seeds. This sudden change is his way of sowing dreams, opportunities, and blessings that will grow beyond your imagination. Tend to them with faith. Water them with prayer. The harvest coming will feed not just you, but nations. Think of Rahab, a woman with a past, yet chosen to protect God's people. Her faith turned her story into a legacy of redemption. Your story, too, is being redeemed. This shift is God's promise that your past doesn't define you, his purpose does. You're a living legacy. This emergency update is a call to boldness. God's plan requires you to act, to speak, to move. The world needs your courage now more than ever. That conversation, that decision, that leap of faith, don't delay. God is behind you, and his power is unstoppable. Your transformation is a revolution, You're not just changing, you're sparking change in others. Your life is a catalyst, igniting faith, hope, and purpose wherever you go. God's sudden shift is making you a force for good, a spark that sets the world ablaze with his love. Consider Esther's courage, standing before a king to save her people. Your courage is just as vital. This shift is placing you in moments where your voice, your faith, your action will change destinies. Step up, chosen one. The world is waiting for your light. This divine shift is a summons to rediscover your roots. God's sudden change is pulling you back to the core of who you are, a soul crafted in his image, designed for greatness. You've wandered through seasons of doubt, distraction, and demands from the world. Now, he's calling you to return to your foundation, to the truth etched in your spirit before time began. You're not what others say you are. You're what he declares you to be. Your purpose is being sharpened. Like a sword forged in fire, God is refining your calling with precision. The dreams you've carried, the gifts you've buried, they're being polished to cut through darkness. This isn't about starting over. It's about stepping fully into the destiny he's been shaping all along. Every experience, every lesson has been honing you for this moment. You're ready to wield your purpose with clarity. Think of Jeremiah, called before he was born to be a prophet to nations. His doubts didn't disqualify him. They deepened his reliance on God. Your doubts, your fears, they're not weaknesses. They're invitations to trust him more. This sudden shift is God affirming his call on your life, reminding you that your purpose was set long before you faced your first storm. This emergency update is a signal to break free from routine. God's new plan is disrupting the patterns that kept you comfortable, but stagnant. You've been moving through life on autopilot, checking boxes, meeting expectations. Now, he's shaking things up, pushing you toward a life that pulses with meaning. Step out of the ordinary. The extraordinary is where you belong. Your transformation is a tapestry being woven. Every thread, your joys, your pains, your victories is part of a divine design. God's sudden change is adding bold new colors, intricate patterns that reveal his artistry. You might not see the full picture yet, but each moment of this shift is stitching together a story that will leave the world in awe. Consider Naomi, who lost everything yet found redemption through Ruth. Her life seemed bleak, but God wove her pain into a lineage that led to Christ. Your losses, your hardships, they're not the end. This shift is God threading your story into something eternal, something that will outshine every moment of darkness. This divine change is a call to reclaim your voice. Too long, you've silenced yourself, fearing rejection or misunderstanding. God is amplifying your words, giving them weight to shift hearts and minds. Speak your truth. Share your story. Your voice is a gift, and this season is your platform to use it. The world needs to hear what only you can say. Your life is becoming a river of influence. God's sudden plan is directing your flow to places that need refreshing. Your presence, your kindness, your wisdom, your faith will water dry lands, bringing life where there was none. You're not just existing. You're nourishing, healing, transforming everywhere you go. Trust the current. It's carrying you to divine destinations. Think of Barnabas, the encourager, who lifted others with his words and actions. His influence changed lives, from Paul to entire communities. Your influence, too, is growing. This shift is positioning you to uplift, to inspire, to leave a mark that endures. Your encouragement isn't small, it's a ripple that becomes a wave. This emergency update is a reminder of your divine protection. God's shift is wrapping you in his armor, shielding you from attacks you can't see. The enemy may try to derail you, but his plans are futile. You're covered by the one who commands angels. Walk confidently, knowing no harm can touch what God has ordained. Your transformation is a bridge to others. As God changes you, He's using you to connect people to hope, to faith, to Him. Your life is a pathway, guiding those who are lost toward truth. You're not just walking your journey, you're helping others find theirs. Every step you take is an invitation for someone else to follow. Consider Philip, who met the Ethiopian eunuch in a divine encounter. His obedience led one man to faith, sparking a movement. Your obedience in this shift is sparking movements too. The conversations you have, the kindness you show, they're planting seeds that will grow far beyond your sight. This divine shift is a call to simplify. The world loves complexity, piling on distractions and burdens. God's plan is cutting through the clutter, bringing you back to what matters: faith, love, purpose. Let go of what complicates your soul. Focus on His voice, His path, His truth. Clarity is your strength in this season. Your life is a flame in the darkness. God's sudden change is fanning that flame, making it burn brighter, hotter, fiercer. You're not meant to be hidden. You're meant to illuminate. Your light, your faith, your joy, your resilience is piercing through shadows, showing others that hope is real. Shine unapologetically. The world needs your radiance. Think of Stephen, whose faith shone even as he faced death. His light didn't dim, it blazed, inspiring the early church. Your light, too, is inspiring. This shift is making your faith visible, undeniable, a beacon that draws others to God. Don't hide it, let it burn. This emergency update is a call to rest in God's timing. His sudden change doesn't mean chaos. It means precision. Every detail of your life is being aligned with His perfect plan. You don't need to rush or force outcomes. Trust that He's orchestrating everything, from the smallest moments to the grandest breakthroughs. Your job is to follow, not to lead. Your transformation is a seed breaking open. The hard shell of your old self, your fears, your doubts, is cracking under God's touch. What's emerging is new, vibrant, full of life. This shift is your sprouting moment, where you push through the soil of struggle into the sunlight of purpose. Grow boldly. The world is waiting to see your bloom. Consider Ezekiel, who spoke to dry bones and saw them live. Your words, your faith, have that same power. This shift is giving you authority to speak life, to call forth what seems dead. Your prayers, your declarations, they're breathing life into dreams, relationships, futures. Speak and watch God move. This divine change is a call to anchor in truth. The world will sway you with opinions, trends, fears. God's plan roots you in something unshakable, His word. Stand on His promises. They're your foundation when everything else shifts. This season is teaching you to trust what's eternal over what's temporary. Your life is a melody rising. God's sudden shift is tuning your heart to His song, a rhythm of grace that resonates with heaven. Every challenge you've faced has been a note, every victory a chord. Now, He's composing a new verse, one that lifts spirits and shifts atmospheres. Sing it with your life. Think of Miriam, who led with song after the Red Sea parted. Her voice turned deliverance into worship. Your voice, your life, is turning your deliverance into a testimony. This shift is your song, chosen, one, a melody of faith that others will hear and join. Let it rise. This emergency update is a call to see the unseen. God's shift is opening your spiritual eyes to perceive His work in ways you never have. The opportunities, the connections, the miracles, they're already around you. Look deeper. Trust your intuition. God is revealing what's been hidden, guiding you to what's next. Your transformation is a cornerstone being laid. God is building something eternal through you. A legacy, a movement, a testimony. Every choice you make in this season is a brick in His structure. Choose wisely. Your life is becoming a foundation for others to build upon, a monument to His glory. Consider Zerubbabel, who rebuilt the temple despite opposition. Your life, too, is a rebuilding project. This shift is laying new stones where old ones crumbled. Your faith, your resilience, they're creating something that will stand for generations. Keep building, chosen one. This divine shift is a call to release control. You've tried to plan, to predict, to protect. God's plan is bigger than your strategies. Let go of the need to know every step. His sudden change is teaching you to trust His guidance over your grip. Freedom comes when you surrender to His flow. Your life is a canvas of miracles. Each brushstroke, every answered prayer, every open door is proof of God's hand. This shift is adding bold new strokes, moments that will leave you and others in awe. Don't doubt the artist. His work in you is creating a masterpiece that speaks of His power. Think of Elizabeth, who bore John in her old age. Her miracle defied nature, silencing doubters. Your miracles, too, will silence skeptics. This shift is bringing forth what seemed impossible, proving that God's promises are stronger than time or circumstance. Your life is a miracle unfolding. This emergency update is a call to walk lightly. The burdens you've carried, guilt, expectations, regrets, are being lifted. God's shift is giving you wings to soar above what weighed you down. Move with grace, live with joy. Your heart is free to embrace the fullness of His plan. Your transformation is a signal to the heavens. Your faith is moving mountains, shifting realms, aligning destinies. God's sudden change is a declaration that you're not forgotten, you're chosen. Every step you take echoes in eternity, a testament to His unwavering love. Consider Hezekiah, who prayed and saw God extend his life. Your prayers are just as powerful. This shift is God's answer, His way of saying, I've heard you. Keep praying, keep trusting. Your life is a living prayer, answered in ways that will astound you. This divine shift is a call to embrace the unknown. God's plan is unfolding in ways you can't predict. The path ahead may feel uncertain, but it's paved with His promises. Step forward with faith. The mysteries of this season are leading you to a destiny brighter than you've dreamed. Your life is a flame that won't be quenched. God's sudden change is fueling that fire, making it burn through doubt, fear, and opposition. You're not just surviving, you're blazing a trail. Your light is a guide for others, a proof that God's power overcomes all. Keep burning, chosen one. This divine shift is a call to awaken your inner fire. God's sudden change is stirring something deep within you, a spark of purpose that's been waiting to blaze. You've carried this flame quietly, sometimes doubting its strength. Now, He's fanning it into a wildfire, one that will light up your path and draw others to its glow. Your passion, your drive, your unique energy, they're being unleashed to transform everything around you. Your journey is becoming a map for others. God's new plan isn't just guiding you, it's creating a trail for those who follow. Every step you take through this shift is marking a path through uncertainty, showing others that faith leads to victory. You're not just walking for yourself, you're pioneering a way for those who feel lost. Your courage is their compass. Think of Abraham's servant, sent to find a wife for Isaac. He trusted God's guidance, and his obedience led to Rebekah, a key to God's promise. Your obedience in this season is leading to divine connections, to moments that fulfill His plan. Trust the steps you're taking. They're guided, purposeful, eternal. This emergency update is a signal to release old labels. The world, and maybe even you, have pinned names on your life: failure, unworthy, stuck. God's shift is tearing those labels off. He's renaming you: chosen, beloved, victorious. Embrace this new identity. It's not based on your past, but on His vision for your future. Walk in it and watch how it changes everything. Your transformation is a wave crashing through barriers. God's sudden change is breaking down walls, fear, doubt, limitation that once held you back. Like the tide reshaping a shore, this shift is reshaping your life, smoothing rough edges, revealing beauty beneath. You're not confined anymore. The boundaries are gone, and your potential is limitless. Consider Jael, a woman who defeated an enemy with a single bold act. Her courage turned the tide of a battle. Your courage, too, is turning tides. This shift is giving you moments to act, to strike, to change outcomes with faith. Don't hesitate, your actions are shifting destinies, starting with your own. This divine change is a call to cultivate peace. The world thrives on chaos, but God's plan is anchoring you in stillness. This isn't passive calm, it's active trust, a quiet strength that steadies you amid storms. As He shifts your life, He's teaching you to carry peace that others will feel, a serenity that points to Him. Your life is becoming a garden of possibilities. God's sudden shift is planting seeds of opportunity, new ideas, new connections, new dreams. These aren't random, they're divinely sown. Nurture them with faith, water them with prayer, and watch them grow into a harvest that feeds not just you, but everyone around you. Your life is fertile ground for miracles. Think of Lydia, a seller of purple, who opened her heart to Paul's message. Her faith led to a household transformed. Your faith, too, is transforming those around you. This shift is making your life a hub of change, a place where others find hope. Your openness to God's plan is opening hearts. This emergency update is a reminder of your divine timing. God's shift is aligning you with moments that can't be missed. The opportunities, the people, the breakthroughs, they're arriving exactly when they're meant to. Don't rush or doubt. You're in sync with His clock, and every second is purposeful. Your transformation is a mirror reflecting God's glory. As He changes you, others see His power in your life. Your joy, your strength, your peace, they're not just yours, they're a reflection of Him. You're becoming a living proof of His love, a walking testimony that draws others to His light. Consider Cornelius, a centurion whose prayers moved God to send Peter. His faith bridged worlds, uniting people in truth. Your faith, too, is bridging gaps. This shift is connecting you to people, places, and purposes that fulfill God's plan. Your life is a bridge to His kingdom. This divine shift is a call to embrace mystery. God's plan doesn't come with a full explanation. He's asking you to trust the unknown, to walk without seeing every step. This mystery isn't confusion, it's an invitation to faith. Lean into it. The answers will come as you move forward in trust. Your life is a beacon cutting through fog. God's sudden change is making your light sharper, brighter, guiding those lost in uncertainty. Your presence, your hope, your resilience is a signal to others that there's a way through. You're not just shining for yourself, you're illuminating paths for others. Think of Anna, the prophetess who waited decades for the Messiah. Her faithfulness made her a witness to Christ's arrival. Your faithfulness, too, is making you a witness to God's promises. This shift is your moment to see what you've waited for, to proclaim what He's done. This emergency update is a call to claim your inheritance. God's shift is unlocking blessings that were always yours. Peace, provision, purpose. You're not begging for scraps. You're stepping into a legacy prepared before you were born. Claim it boldly. It's your birthright as His chosen. Your transformation is a current pulling you forward. God's plan is moving you with a force that can't be stopped. You might feel the pull, the urgency to act, to change, to grow. Don't resist it. This current is taking you to places of impact, to moments that define your destiny. Consider Timothy, young and timid, yet called to lead. Paul's mentorship and God's call transformed him into a pillar of faith. Your call, too, is transforming you. This shift is strengthening your weaknesses, turning your doubts into declarations. You're becoming a pillar for others. This divine change is a call to simplify your focus. The world bombards you with distractions, but God's plan is clear. Seek Him first. Strip away what clouds your vision: busyness, comparison, fear. Fix your eyes on His purpose and watch how everything else falls into place. Your life is a story being rewritten. God's sudden shift is editing the pages, removing chapters of pain and adding ones of triumph. Every moment of this change is crafting a narrative that will inspire, uplift, and glorify Him. You're not just living, you're authoring a legacy. Think of Hagar, alone in the desert, yet seen by God. Her encounter turned despair into destiny. Your encounters with God in this season are doing the same. This shift is His way of saying, I see you. Your life is becoming a testimony of His faithfulness, seen and known. This emergency update is a call to move with intention. God's plan requires deliberate steps, not aimless wandering. Every choice you make, every word, every action carries weight. Act with purpose. Pray with precision. Your intentionality is aligning you with His divine design. Your transformation is a flame sparking others. As God shifts your life, your fire is igniting those around you. Your courage, your faith, your joy, they're contagious, spreading hope to those who need it. You're not just changing, you're starting a movement of transformation. Consider Andrew, who brought his brother Peter to Jesus. His simple act changed history. Your simple acts, your kindness, your faith are changing lives too. This shift is making you a catalyst, someone whose actions ripple outward, touching hearts you may never know. This divine shift is a call to trust your instincts. God's Spirit is guiding you, whispering through your intuition. That gut feeling, that quiet nudge, it's His voice. Follow it. This season is sharpening your spiritual senses, helping you navigate with divine clarity. Your life is a canvas of restoration. God's sudden change is repainting what was broken, turning ashes into beauty. Every stroke, every blessing, every breakthrough is healing what was lost. You're not just being restored, you're becoming a masterpiece of His grace. Think of Job, who lost everything yet saw God's restoration. Your losses, too, are being redeemed. This shift is bringing back what was stolen: joy, peace, purpose, in greater measure. Your life is a canvas where God's restoration shines, a testimony to His power. This emergency update is a call to embrace your role. You're not a bystander in God's plan, you're a co-creator. Your faith, your actions, your prayers, they're shaping what's to come. Step into your role with confidence. God has chosen you to partner with Him in this season. Your transformation is a signal to the world. As God shifts your life, others see His hand at work. Your peace in chaos, your strength in trials, they're proof of His presence. You're not just living for yourself, you're living as a sign of His faithfulness, pointing others to Him. Consider Rahab's scarlet cord, a simple act of faith that saved her family. Your faith, too, is saving those around you. This shift is making your life a cord of hope, a sign that God keeps His promises. Your story is saving others, even now. This divine shift is a call to rediscover your strength. God's sudden change is unveiling the resilience He's built within you, forged through trials you thought might break you. Every storm you've weathered has been a training ground, strengthening your spirit for this moment. You're not fragile, you're fortified. A vessel ready to carry His purpose with unwavering power. Step into this strength. It's yours to claim. Your life is becoming a sanctuary of hope. As God repositions you, your presence is turning into a refuge for others. Your peace, your faith, your joy, they're creating a space where weary souls find rest. This shift isn't just changing you, it's making you a haven, a place where others encounter God's love through your life. Be open, your heart is a home for His light. Think of Tabitha, raised from death to continue her kindness. Her life blessed others, even beyond the grave. Your life too is blessing others. This shift is making you a source of life, someone whose generosity and faith revive those around you. Your acts of love, no matter how small, are ripples of eternal impact. This emergency update is a signal to release hesitation. God's plan is moving too fast for second guessing. You've lingered at the edge of decisions, wondering if you're ready. Hear this. You are. His sudden change is proof that He trusts you to act, to move, to lead. Take the leap. The ground beneath you is solid because He's laid it. Your transformation is a melody of freedom. God's shift is breaking the chains that held you: fear, doubt, shame. You're not bound anymore. You're dancing to a rhythm of liberty. This freedom isn't reckless, it's purposeful, guiding you to live boldly, love fiercely, and pursue your calling without restraint. Let your life sing this song of release. Consider Mary of Bethany, who poured costly perfume on Jesus' feet. Her act was extravagant, misunderstood, yet honored by God. Your faith, too, is extravagant. This shift is calling you to pour out your gifts, your love, your trust. Even when others don't understand, your offering is precious to Him, and it's changing the world. This divine change is a call to sharpen your vision. God's plan is giving you eyes to see opportunities where others see obstacles. That challenge, that closed door, it's not a dead end, it's a detour to something greater. Trust your spiritual sight. This season is teaching you to discern His path through the fog of the world's confusion. Your life is a river, carving new paths. God's sudden shift is directing your flow through uncharted lands, places where your influence will bring life. You're not stuck in old patterns. You're cutting through stone, shaping futures with every step. Trust the current. He's guiding you to places only you can reach. Think of Aquila and Priscilla, who opened their home to teach and build the early church. Their simple hospitality changed lives. Your life, too, is a space of impact. This shift is making you a teacher, a builder, someone whose presence shapes others. Your home, your heart, they're platforms for His work. This emergency update is a reminder of your divine alignment. God's shift is syncing your life with His eternal rhythm. Every step, every decision, every prayer, it's falling into place with His plan. You're not out of step, you're perfectly timed. Trust this alignment and watch how effortlessly doors open before you. Your transformation is a flame-kindling faith. As God changes you, your fire is sparking belief in others, your courage, your resilience. They're proof that God is real. You're not just walking your path, you're lighting the way for others to trust Him. Your life is a spark that ignites revival. Consider Nathanael, who doubted until Jesus saw him under the fig tree. That moment shifted his life forever. Your moments of being seen by God are shifting you too. This change is His way of saying, I know you. Your life is a testimony that He sees, He cares, He moves. This divine shift is a call to embrace the present. The world pulls you to the past or future, but God's plan is unfolding now. This moment, your breath, your faith, your choice, is where His power lives. Don't wait for tomorrow to live your purpose. Today is your divine appointment. Your life is a tapestry of divine connections. God's sudden change is weaving you into a network of souls who share your calling. These aren't random encounters. They're orchestrated meetings designed to amplify your impact. Embrace the people He's bringing. They're part of His bigger plan for you. Think of Jonathan, whose friendship with David was a divine bond. His loyalty strengthened a king. Your connections, too, are strengthening others. This shift is bringing allies who see your purpose, who stand with you, who help you carry God's vision. Your tribe is forming now. This emergency update is a signal to trust your growth. God's shift is stretching you, expanding your capacity for faith, love, and impact. You're not the same person you were yesterday. He's enlarging your heart, your vision, your reach. Embrace the stretch. It's preparing you for greater things. Your transformation is a lighthouse in the storm. As God repositions you, your light is guiding those lost in chaos. Your peace and your strength, they're beacons for others drowning in fear. You're not just surviving, you're showing others how to navigate through faith. Shine steadily. The world needs your light. Consider Bartimaeus, blind yet bold, who called out to Jesus and was healed. His cry changed his life. Your cries, your prayers, your faith are changing yours. This shift is God's answer, His healing touch on your life. Keep calling out. He's listening, and He's moving. This divine change is a call to release judgment. God's plan is freeing you from the weight of others' opinions and your own harsh critiques. You're not defined by what anyone thinks, not even yourself. His truth is your measure, and He calls you worthy. Live in that freedom and watch how it transforms you. Your life is a symphony of purpose. God's sudden shift is tuning every note, your actions, your words, your dreams, into a harmony that glorifies Him. You're not a solo act. You're part of His divine orchestra, playing a melody that resonates across eternity. Let your life sing His praise. Think of Silas, who sang in prison with Paul, turning captivity into worship. Your life, too, is turning trials into triumph. This shift is making your story a song of faith, one that others will hear and join. Your worship, your resilience, it's a melody that shifts hearts. This emergency update is a call to stand firm. The world will try to shake you, but God's plan is your anchor. His sudden change is rooting you deeper in His truth, making you unmovable. No storm, no doubt, no enemy can uproot what He's planted. Stand tall, chosen one. Your transformation is a bridge to eternity. As God shifts your life, you're connecting the temporary to the eternal. Your choices, your faith, they're building a legacy that outlasts this world. You're not just living for now, you're creating something that echoes in heaven. Consider Ananias, who obeyed God's call to pray for Saul, sparking a transformation that changed history. Your obedience, too, is sparking change. This shift is using your faith to ignite miracles, to shift lives, to alter destinies. Your yes to God is a spark for revival. This divine shift is a call to cultivate joy. God's plan is filling you with a happiness that doesn't depend on circumstances. This joy is your strength, a gift that sustains you and overflows to others. Embrace it, let it radiate. Your smile, your laughter, it's a weapon against darkness. Your life is a canvas of divine artistry. God's sudden change is painting bold strokes of hope, courage, and purpose. Every moment of this shift is a brushstroke, creating a picture that glorifies Him. Trust the artist. Your life is becoming a masterpiece that speaks of His love. Think of Dorcas, whose kindness clothed the needy and whose life inspired a community. Your kindness, too, is clothing others in hope. This shift is making you a source of blessing, someone whose generosity changes lives. Your love is a garment that warms the world. This emergency update is a signal to embrace your calling. God's shift is clarifying your purpose, showing you why you're here. You're not random. You're chosen for a mission only you can fulfill. Step into it with confidence. The world is waiting for what only you can bring. Your transformation is a flame that purifies. God's plan is burning away what doesn't belong: fear, doubt, pride, leaving only what's true. You're being refined into someone who reflects His glory, someone whose life shines with authenticity. Let the fire do its work. You're becoming pure gold. Consider Mordecai, who stood firm for truth, saving his people through faith. Your faith, too, is saving others. This shift is making you a defender of hope, a protector of dreams. Your life is a stand for God's truth, a testimony that inspires courage in others. This divine shift is a call to see abundance. God's plan is opening your eyes to the riches already around you: love, faith, opportunity. You're not lacking, you're overflowing. This season is teaching you to recognize the wealth He's placed in your hands and to use it for His glory. Your life is a river of grace. God's sudden change is directing its flow to places of need, bringing healing where there's hurt, hope where there's despair. You're not just receiving grace, you're carrying it to others. Your life is a channel, pouring out His love to a thirsty world. This divine shift is a call to embrace your divine rhythm. God's sudden change is syncing your life with His eternal tempo, a beat that pulses with purpose. You've felt out of step, rushed by the world's demands, or slowed by doubt. Now, He's aligning your heart to move with His flow, each step perfectly timed. Trust this rhythm. It's carrying you to places of divine impact. Your life is becoming a beacon of truth. As God repositions you, your authenticity is piercing through the world's illusions. People are drawn to your clarity, your refusal to conform. This shift is making you a lighthouse, guiding others through lies and confusion. Stand firm in your truth. It's a gift that sets others free. Think of John, exiled on Patmos, yet receiving visions that shaped eternity. His isolation became a platform for revelation. Your challenges, too, are platforms. This shift is turning your trials into revelations, showing others God's power through your life. Your story is a vision unfolding. This emergency update is a signal to release perfectionism. God's plan doesn't require flawless execution, just faithful steps. You've held back, fearing mistakes. He's saying, move anyway. This shift is freeing you to act, to create, to live without the weight of needing to be perfect. Your faith is enough. Your transformation is a tapestry of resilience. God's sudden change is weaving threads of strength through every part of your story. Each challenge you've faced is a stitch, creating a design that withstands time. You're not fragile. You're a masterpiece of endurance, reflecting His unyielding love. Consider Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who walked through fire unharmed. Their faith defied a furnace. Your faith, too, is defying the fires of doubt and fear. This shift is proving that no trial can consume you. God's presence protects you, making your life a testimony of His power. This divine change is a call to cultivate gratitude in motion. God's shift is teaching you to give thanks while you walk, not just when you arrive. Every step, every moment is a gift. As you move through this season, let gratitude be your guide. It opens your heart to see His hand in everything. Your life is a wave of renewal. God's sudden plan is washing away stagnation, bringing fresh energy to your dreams, your relationships, your purpose. Like a tide refreshing the shore, this shift is reviving what felt dry. Embrace the flow. It's carrying you to vibrant new beginnings. Think of Nicodemus, who sought Jesus at night and found new understanding. Your seeking, too, is leading to revelation. This shift is answering your questions, illuminating your path, your curiosity, your faith. They're opening doors to truths that transform you and those around you. This emergency update is a reminder of your divine influence. God's shift is amplifying your ability to shape lives, to change atmospheres. Your words, your presence, they carry weight. Use them wisely. You're not just living, you're leading, inspiring others to rise through your example. Your transformation is a cornerstone of change. As God repositions you, you're becoming a foundation for others to build upon. Your faith, your courage, they're setting the stage for breakthroughs, not just for you, but for those who follow. You're a pillar in His eternal plan. Consider Apollos, whose zeal and knowledge inspired early believers. Your passion, too, is inspiring. This shift is making your enthusiasm contagious, sparking faith in others. Your life is a catalyst, igniting purpose in hearts that need awakening. Let your zeal shine. This divine shift is a call to trust the process. God's plan is unfolding layer by layer, revealing its beauty in His time. You might want the full picture now, but He's asking you to trust each step. This season is teaching you that the journey itself is part of the promise. Your life is a canvas of divine intention. God's sudden change is painting with purpose, each stroke deliberate, each color vibrant. Your story, your pain, your victories is being shaped into a work of art that speaks of His glory. Trust the brush. It's guided by His hand. Think of Phoebe, a deaconess who served with faithfulness, carrying Paul's letter to Rome. Her service changed lives. Your service, too, is changing lives. This shift is making you a carrier of God's message, a servant whose actions ripple through eternity. Your faithfulness matters. This emergency update is a signal to embrace your authority. God's shift is giving you keys to unlock doors, spiritual, financial, relational. You're not waiting for permission. You're stepping into power. Speak with confidence. Act with boldness. His authority in you is unstoppable. Your transformation is a flame that warms. As God changes you, your light is offering comfort to those in cold places. Your hope, your kindness, they're a refuge for the weary. You're not just shining, you're sheltering, drawing others to the warmth of His love through you. Consider Jethro, who advised Moses and brought balance to his leadership. Your wisdom, too, is bringing balance. This shift is making you an advisor, someone whose insight guides others. Your words, your perspective, they're tools God is using to shape lives around you. This divine change is a call to release comparison. God's plan for you is yours alone, crafted for your unique journey. Stop measuring your path against others. This shift is freeing you to run your race, to embrace your story. Your uniqueness is your strength. Own it. Your life is a river of healing. God's sudden shift is directing your flow to broken places, bringing restoration where there's pain. Your presence, your prayers, they're medicine for wounded souls. You're not just healing, you're carrying his healing to the world. Flow freely. Think of Elisha, who received a double portion of Elijah's spirit. Your faith, too, is receiving a double portion. This shift is multiplying your impact, your influence, your blessings. You're not limited to what was, you're stepping into what's greater. Embrace the overflow. This emergency update is a reminder of your divine protection. God's shift is shielding you from unseen battles. The enemy's plans are crumbling before they reach you. You're covered by his hand, walking in safety no matter the storm. Trust his shield, it's stronger than any attack. Your transformation is a melody of hope. As God changes you, your life is singing a song that lifts spirits. Your joy, your faith, they're notes that resonate with others, drawing them to his truth. You're not just living, you're composing a hymn of his faithfulness. Consider her who held up Moses' arms in battle, ensuring victory. Your support, too, is ensuring victories. This shift is making you a strength for others, someone whose faith upholds those who falter. Your presence is a pillar, lifting others to triumph. This divine shift is a call to see with new eyes. God's plan is sharpening your spiritual vision, helping you spot his hand in the smallest details. That coincidence, that whisper, that opportunity, it's him. This season is teaching you to recognize his fingerprints everywhere. Your life is a bridge to redemption. God's sudden change is using your story to show others that no one is too far gone. Your transformation, your rise from ashes, is proof of his grace. You're not just redeemed, you're a pathway for others to find redemption too. Think of Zacchaeus, who climbed a tree to see Jesus and found salvation. Your efforts too are leading to breakthroughs. This shift is rewarding your pursuit, turning your seeking into finding. Your life is a tree climbed, a moment seized, a salvation embraced. This emergency update is a signal to embrace your role as a light bearer. God's shift is making you a carrier of his truth, someone whose life illuminates dark places. Your faith, your love, they're torches in a world that needs light. Carry them boldly. They're needed now. Your transformation is a cornerstone of revival. As God repositions you, you're sparking a movement of faith. Your life is a flame that ignites others, a spark that starts a fire. You're not just changing, you're leading a wave of spiritual awakening. Let it spread. Consider Rhoda, who recognized Peter's voice at the gate and shared the news of his deliverance. Your voice, too, is sharing good news. This shift is making you a messenger, someone whose testimony spreads hope. Your words are powerful. Speak them with faith. This divine shift is a call to trust your journey. God's plan is unfolding through every twist, every turn. You might not understand the path, but he does. This season is teaching you to lean on his wisdom, to walk with confidence in his guidance. Your steps are ordered. Your life is a canvas of divine promise. God's sudden change is painting with hope, etching his faithfulness into every moment. Your story, your struggles, your triumphs is becoming a masterpiece that declares his love. Trust the artist. He's crafting something eternal through you.